Yes, are you all there? Say good morning. Let's start class. Good morning. As usual, we start with a very big smile, ear to ear. Come on. Who's there? Nobody's there. Excuse me. Why everybody thinks I'm coming on late? Come on. Yay, good morning. Good morning, Shilpi. Good morning. Rashid, Amreen, good morning. Pavan, good morning. Pavan, later on, I want you to give me a call, okay, after class. Murtaza, good morning. Pavan, yeah. Everybody is smiling. Shall we start? Nina, good morning, Nina. Vicky, good morning. Prashant, happiest morning to you too. Yeah, I got the smile. Yeah. Everybody ready? Shall we start? See, class, yesterday, one thing, we found what we did is, I'll revise what I did yesterday. Yes, Balaji, Ganesh, good morning. Ravi. Okay. See, yesterday I taught you the graphical solution to the linear programming problem. So I will get you some more problems because formulation of the problem I must still show you some more. At least another 4 to 6 problems I must show you. Meanwhile, many of you have been asking me what transportation problem should we do. See, I told you when I was teaching what are the problems that are more important. So you take your choice and do the problems like generally the least cost method, the Vogel's, what we say Fogel, no? That's method. All those methods are more important. And do see my intention of giving you assignments is that during the exams you should be able to look at your assignments and revise. So you should have the judgmental capacity to decide what do you want to study for the final exam. So basically, if you can do more than 6 problems also, it's up to you. But do problems that are necessary, that you just as you look at your notes, you will revise everything. That should be the notes and the assignments. You should be able to get ready for the exam. This is my intention of giving you assignments. Is that clear? So you decide. Now I have told you to send the assignments. I've got only about 12 assignments. Please remember your internal marks. I cannot give you attendance because many of you are in areas where you do not get the internet as and when you like. So, and then some of you are pretending that is there. Because if you can, when I'm talking on the WhatsApp, if you can WhatsApp me back, and tell me, no, ma'am, like this, ma'am, like that, ma'am, and all, then how come you're getting network when you say, no, ma'am, cannot be done, and all that? How come you're not getting internet when I'm teaching? So I have, for everybody's sake, now there are some genuine people also who do not get the internet as fast as possible, it gets cut, and there are some issues are there. So, for your sakes, I have come on Facebook public now because it will be recorded automatically and you can see the class when you want. That makes it very difficult for me to take your assignments. So please attendance. So your internal marks will be based most prominently on the submission of your assignments. All right. I've been watching who's been talking to me, who's giving me even what likes, no, which means you're there. I'm seeing the views also regularly. I'm seeing. So this makes it mandatory for me to give you marks, internal marks, based on your test and on your assignments. Presentations are not possible because of these issues. Even if I say do presentations by Zoom and arrange Zoom meetings, then there will be someone who will say, ma'am, internet connectivity problems, I could not do, etc. I have no way to find out the truth. Excuse me. Alright? Though I know my students are pretty honest, I have no way to find out the truth. So I have got only about 12 assignments as of yesterday. Now, when I have said that your assignments had to be ready on Tuesday and today is Saturday, the question arises, why are you not ready? See, as MBAs, we have to be proactive. We have to be ahead of everyone else. If you are not like that, then, you know, being an MBA, we have taught you that you have to anticipate. You have to anticipate the demand and create your product. You have to create your product according to the demand. Then why is it that you are not ready? This is my question, and I'm pretty not at all happy about it. All right. There is, see, you can have fun and games when you have fun and games, but when you study, it has to be very serious work. Otherwise, you cannot succeed in life. I've taught you punctuality and discipline is the secret to getting ahead in life. Getting ahead doesn't mean you have to be, somebody, ruling the country or becoming a king or not necessary to become the CEO, but being happy, contented, as well as having something of substance with you is what. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, Manna. Yeah, yeah. Send it to me, Devika. Good morning. Yeah, is necessary. Now, apart from that, let us go to yesterday's class. I also have to tell you that I spoke to Mallikarjun. Good morning, ma. Yes, I have also have to tell you that I have a classmate in MBA classmate in Dubai who has promised to come online and give you an industrial tour. Most probably, you may get to see some ships of the Dubai port also. So I will arrange this in the afternoon. Okay, so tentatively Wednesday afternoon at 1:30, I will there will be another industrial tour for you. Zoom meeting. Let me confirm. See, since it is Ramzan for all of them, let me confirm. Please let me know when is Ramzan for you so that I will not take class on that day because you have to go for prayer. I know. I mean, I don't know whether you can go out for prayer, but you have to pray. So depending upon the this thing, I will decide whether I should take class, which day I should not, etc. Okay. And by the way, if anybody is celebrating Ramadan today, excuse me, I heard that people in Dubai are celebrating Ramadan today. Happy Ramadan to you. Have a peaceful day and a peaceful year ahead. Um, all we require is contentment, satisfaction in life. May you have that. May God bless you. And all of us be peaceful in our lives for the coming year. Now, yesterday I taught you the graphical method. Now, if I'm too soft, just let me know. Yesterday I taught you the graphical method. Tomorrow is it? Afghanistan tomorrow. Someone said tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow is a Sunday. Vinaya, good morning. Uh, So this thing, tomorrow is a Sunday, isn't it? So you don't have class, I think. We'll see. I'll talk about it later. Okay, some of us, I think India is celebrating on Monday. Okay, now, class, yesterday I taught you the graphical situation method. What you have to do is take the constraints. You have an objective function and you have the constraints. Take the constraints. The constraints will have x1 plus x2 is equal to something. So first of all, you have to assume your x1 is 0, meaning you're not buying, like yesterday, you're not buying any fans. X1 was fans, x2 was sewing machines. You're not buying any fans at all, only sewing machines. Our question yesterday was how many, that's my Marcus, how many table fans and how many sewing machines we should buy with the amount of money that he had. He had 5,760 rupees if you check into your book, and 360 was the cost of the fan. So we were not going to buy any fans, we were going to buy only sewing machines, and we found how many sewing machines you could buy. Similarly, we put x2, that is sewing machines is equal to 0, buying only fans, and we found out how many uh, only fans we could buy for 5,760. So based on this, and then there was another constraint of space constraint. The space constraint said x1 plus x2 is equal to 20. He had place in his office for only 20 fans. So what did that mean for you? When x1 either have 20 table fans, either have only 20 fans or 20 sewing machines, either way. So with those, we got four. When you put, for example, x comma y in a bracket, imagine a pair. The coordinates. So when you say x is equal to 0 or x1 comma, it's like this. See, when you do x and y in your sum, you will get, 1 minute, your coordinates will be x comma y, isn't it? Coordinates will be x comma y. Here you take it as x1 comma x2, what we call it in an ordered pair in a coordinate. Okay, so when I make x1 is equal to 0, you will get some value for, I'll write it as value. You will get some value for x2. And opposite way, when you put x2 is equal to 0, you will get some value for x1. Okay, so with this we draw the curves. Okay, we draw the curves, sorry, lines. 1 minute, class. I'll draw the lines and like what lines we got yesterday. Say we got some lines like this based on a equation. All right. Now you know that we have an intersection here. All right. You must remember we used to do break-even point, isn't it? You remember we do break-even point? You must have done in your economics, isn't it? Now, below this intersection point, anything inside here is supposed to be, this part is supposed to be the feasible region. Now, when you say feasible region, don't say that is the optimal thing and all that. Now, please remember, the further, suppose you have z is equal to so much. the further it is from O. As you know, if you see here, if you get a point close to O, if you get a point, if you get a point close here, it is smaller than when you get a point here. If you get a point here, it is smaller than a value that you got a point here. So further it is from the zero, the better it is. Remember that. So naturally what we do is, we get this. Once we get this, we mark the points OA. Nanjunda Gowda, I'm taking class, ma. When, yeah, it's okay. Tell me when have we decided, because my students are there, I can tell them. Next week, yavagama? Friday Madonna, afternoon? Afternoon, 2 o'clock? Oh, okay. Friday Madonna? Okay, okay. ನಾನು ಕನ್ಫರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ. Bye, bye. Okay, sorry guys, I took this call because it was my student Nanjunda Gowda. He is a marketing officer in Kolar Milk Union Limited. I had given him a call. Been speaking to him. I'd given him a call this morning also. So he returned the call. Uh, I'm glad to announce Naveen Murtaza. Day after, yes, yesterday. Tomorrow will be finished. Okay, tomorrow is your last day. Monday, day after tomorrow, man, not day after yesterday, Murtaza. Day after tomorrow will be Eid. Okay, okay, okay. For 3 days, you celebrate one day. Okay, you celebrate, but classes will, this thing, I'll ask for one day off. Okay, now let us see. What will you do sitting at home? Isn't it, all of us? Every day is Eid, man, these days. Every day is Christmas because we're sitting at home. Okay. Now, I was okay. Class on most probably uh, Wednesday you'll have an industrial tour of Dubai, shipping companies and all. I'll confirm and let you know because of Eid. We have to this thing, and Friday is almost confirmed. Friday afternoon, coming Friday. Yesterday was Friday, so 1 week from today. Friday afternoon, 2 p.m. We will go for an industrial tour of Kolar Milk Union. Okay. Now I have to tell you something about the Kolar Milk Union, and then I'll come back to this since I've already distracted. See, you have to remember one thing. The Milk Union is a great business model for helping the farmers. Farmers don't need to, they can buy cows, but they don't need to sell the milk themselves. The milk is put together and collected together, and it goes into the farmers get paid by the milk federation, and the milk federation takes care of supplying the milk, of marketing the milk, and they get a flat rate that the government decides. This is in Karnataka. But this model was started by Amul. The same Amul, I think, apart from one more place which I cannot remember, this model of this one, no, this model is very, very, famous and is successful only in Karnataka and one more place I can't remember. After Amul, it is successful in Karnataka. So farmers will collect they'll go every day, and there's a collection center, and the farmers will go and put the milk there. And all this milk is collected by trucks, which are, I think, refrigerated, whatever that we'll find out. We'll ask him. They bring and give it to the Milk Federation. The Kolar area is collected by Kolar Milk Federation, and then they see the purity of the milk, and then they pasteurize it, and they fill it in excuse me, and then they fill it in packets, sachets, etc. Now you are getting those sachets, no, which you can keep for 3 months and which you need not heat. That is called UHT milk. That is ultra heat treatment. You know, there's a big cylinder, tall cylinder, and the milk is dropped from a height, and in the process it gets heated in a high temperature situation so that the milk doesn't spoil for 3 months. It is kept, you can keep your polypack. See, the beauty of the polypack is, for example, I'm a working lady, I need to see, if it is a normal milk thing, no, you have to heat the milk, wait for the heat milk to, you know, come up, otherwise you will have overflowing milk in your house, milk streams in your house. So that is one headache, you have to wait there. Then you have to see that the milk is cool before you can keep it in the fridge, or early morning you have to heat the milk. Yeah, and that's all constraint of time, no. And then in the fridge, that vessel has to go, etc. In the morning, you have to reheat the milk in case you have heated previous day. So all this, and the vessel has to be washed, etc. In the sachet, you know, when you buy that Good Life and that slim milk, you just cut off the side of the sachet. You can drink the milk straight away because it is UHT milk. It is safe to drink. At the same time, you can keep it in your fridge and you can use it for your coffee, tea, etc. So those are the this thing, rather than using the fresh milk. In case you cannot get early morning, someone has to go and get fresh milk. If that is not possible, many houses it is difficult given the children's early morning time and all. So all this, no, you can ask and see. You can see how the milk, and then they prepare also ghee. They prepare cheese in Kolar milk. This thing we saw, different kinds of cheese they prepare, cheese spread and all that. So you can see most of it. He, like how Anil Kumar sir took you to around his factory. You can do the same thing with Kolar Milk Union. Remember, he has said Friday. I will confirm in my official group. Now, meantime, let us, yeah, okay. And then I've asked Rashid also to stand in. Maybe one of his friend will help us. Also, I want Pawan also. Pawan also, I'm asking him to call me for the same reason. Okay, let us see. We'll have a lot of, instead of just classes, we'll have a lot of industrial visits starting from next week. All of you should help me. If some of you have small factories near your house, like see, North Karnataka, you have this Ilkal saris, and then in Bijapur, anybody is in Bijapur side, you have this Shenga chutney factory. They make shenga chutney, very famous it is. So if you have something like that, let me know. You can take the, if you are allowed to go because of this COVID-19. I don't know how much of this thing you are allowed to go. If you can go, take your camera. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, Murtaza. Okay, okay, no problem. Yeah, so we will do it. Okay, now come back, class. What I told you is, suppose you have two x1 and x2 variables. You made x1 is equal to 0, and this is the way you made x1 is equal to 0. See, you have coordinates x comma y. You think of it as x1 comma x2. When you make x1 is equal to 0, you'll get a value for x2. When you make x2 and x2 is equal to 0, you'll get value for x1. Based on this, what you're going to do is, based on this, you're going to make some, you know, you're going to draw some lines, okay, based on the coordinates that you got. Alright, based on the coordinates that you got, you're going to draw some lines. Now, actually, when you get the intersection here, when you get the intersection here, anything below that is supposed to be the feasible region. That doesn't mean, see, please remember, the further you go away from the 0, the higher is your number, higher is your profit. Alright, now we are concentrating only on maximization of the profit. Now let us go ahead and do one problem. Take it down. One minute, class. I don't want to do a minimization problem yet. Let us do a maximization problem. Ready? Okay. Take down. Maximize z is equal to 30x1 30 plus 40x2. Now see, this is not a formulation problem. This is straight away we are doing the graphical solution. 30x1 plus 40x2. Subject to the following constraints: 3x1 plus 2x2 lesser than or equal to 600. Next, 3x1 plus 5x2 plus 5x2 lesser than or equal to 800. Five x1. Next, one more constraint. You have three constraints. 5x1 plus 6x2 lesser than or equal to 1100. Okay? Okay. Then you have the non-negativity restriction. X1 greater than or equal to 0. X2 greater than or equal to 0. So let us wait. I'll just show you the problem again. Yes, Hadia. Hi. This is the first problem, is it? I think so, because I'm looking from there. Okay, great. Yes. Okay, let's work out Shilpi. It is good. See, Shilpi, if it is the first problem, you can go and work out in that place you left, no? You work out there. Okay? Go and work out there. You have left place now, all of you, for the first problem. To do it in the graphical solution, please go there. All right? Okay. What do we do now? All of you, write down solution. Put x1 is equal to 0 and we take the first first constraint. Write down 3x1 plus 2x2 is equal to 600. We make the inequalities into an equality. So you get 2x2 is equal to 600 or x2 is equal to 300. So your coordinates are 0, 300. I'll continue here only. I'll make x2 is equal to 0. Alright. I'll put x2 is equal to 0, and then I will make 3x1 is equal to 300. So x1 is equal to 100. So the coordinates will be 100, comma 0. So your first equation has these coordinates. Don't be worried. When we do the graph, we'll not do 2, 4, 6. We'll do 50, 100, like that. Okay. So this is the first coordinates. If anybody has not this thing, copy. It's good, no, that we are doing the first problem. Ready? Okay. Now, let us go on. We'll take the second equation. The second equation is 3x1 plus 5x2, 3x1 plus 5x2, equality again is equal to 800. 3x1 plus 5x2 is equal to 800. I will not bother to put x1 is equal to 0, etc. Naturally, x1 you are making 0. So 5x2 is equal to 800. x2 is equal to 800 by 5. 160, is it? Oh, you did that one only there? Okay, no problem. Yeah. So you will get 0, 160. Shilpi, if you have done, no problem. On the other hand, we will do 3x1 is equal to 800. x1 is equal to 800 by 3. $266.67. All right. So your value will be 267. I'll make, comma 0. When x2 is 0, three x1 plus 2x2 is equal to 600. 2x2, okay, 0. When x2 is equal to 0, you will get 3x1 is equal to 600. Yeah, sorry ma. What I did, no, I made it 3x1. Sorry, when I wrote here, I wrote it as 300. Okay, you are right, 200. Yes, Rashid, you are right. Shilpi, you are right. I'm sorry, class. 3x1 is equal to 600. I made 3x1 is equal to 300 by mistake, and here you are. Perfect. Nice to make mistakes. You learn to correct. Nice. Okay. Is this correct now? Tell me if the second equation I've done correctly. Yeah. Then this is correct. Okay. Let us go on to the third equation, class. 5x1 plus 6x2. I should make mistakes purposely, no? Plus 6x2 is equal to. See, that mistake was not done purposely. But I'm not your man for nothing, isn't it? Hmm? Isn't it? For I must make mistakes purposely. Okay. Third one. 5x1 plus 6x2 is equal to 1100. So first, I'll put x1 is equal to 0. So I'll get 6x2 is equal to 1100. x2 is equal to 1100 by 6. 6 goes once. I'm getting 186.67. Tell me if this is correct. Next one. 1100 by 5. Now tell me if this is right. Tell me. 183 is it? Yeah, 183.33. Yeah. Yes, Pawan. Sorry. To keep on scrolling down to see your values. Okay. Correct? Yes, Pawan. Correct, correct. Yeah, I don't use a calci, but then I don't know. Sometimes no. Okay, ready? Shall we draw now? How shall we draw? You have to the big numbers, isn't it? So do 0, 50, 100, 150 like that. And on the XC, guys, on the X axis, you do 0, 50, 100 like that. Okay? Y axis, you do 100, 200, 300. Y-axis you do 100, 100, 200, 300. X-axis you do 50, 100, 150 like that. Two hundred, 250. Anybody is doing on graph sheets? Okay. Can you all do it yourselves? I'll wait. The first one will be, which was the first equation, 3x1 plus 2x2. Okay, you had 0. X is equal to 0 means you have to go up, isn't it? X is equal to 0 and 300 means you have to mark on that 300. X is equal to 0 means you cannot go like this. X is equal to 0 means this one down here. So x is equal to 0. So go up for 300. 0, comma 300. And next is 200, comma 0. So the other one will be on this line, mark on 200. And please draw a line. Plus my first line for the equation 1 came like this. This is 200, comma 0 and this is 0, comma 300. Thanks, Mallikarjun. Okay. Now let us look at the next one. The second one was 3x1 plus 5x2. So I have 0 and 160. 0 and 160 will be on this. 0 means this is 0, come like this. 160. And then it is 267, 0. It is on this line. So I got a line like this. This is the second line. Alright, this line. Already we finished that. We come to the third equation, 5x1 plus 6x2. 0, 183. Previous one was 160, no? So it is more up there. 0, 183 and 220. 0. So this line goes simply little above that one. Now what you could do is you can mark the lines and say which is what. So the first line that I got was for the first equation, 3x1 plus 2x2 is equal to 600. Put the equalities only like this. Okay. Now the second line was the second line that you get is of the third equation. So 5x1 plus 6x2 is equal to 1100. And the lowest line is of the second equation. 3x1 plus 5x2 is equal to 800. You want me to explain the graph? Perfect. The first one is 3x1 plus 2x2, correct? You got 0 and 300. I'll do on a separate this thing and show you. See the first one, you have to do 0 and 300.